Hi, welcome to the frequency of money. This video is about understanding money as a living energy. And so today we're going to talk about money a little bit differently, not like numbers on a spreadsheet or anything like that, but as a living frequency. And money has its own nature, its own personality, and its own way of moving through the world. And it has its own way of showing up in a relationship with yourself. So here's what took me a while to figure out. In my experience, I'd make some money and I'd be like, yay, money loves me. Or I'd get a bill and I'd go, oh, darn, I got to pay out this money. Money doesn't like me. But I didn't realize money's neutral. It doesn't care if it likes you or it doesn't like you. That's you putting your personality and your beliefs on money. So in reality, money is this energy, this frequency that's in constant motion. And like all energy, it's a living entity and it responds to its environment and it responds to you. And so we're going to talk about how to understand the responses and what moves money towards you and what moves money away from you and or keeps money from flowing in your direction. Okay, so let's get started with some basics so we're all on the same page. So money is an energy and energy has laws. And so quantum physics is the one that explains this the best. You know, everything looks solid, right? But there's little tiny sub atom particles that are inside this pin, and it's mostly empty space and it's vibrating at this certain frequency, right? So everything you touch, see, hold, including money, at its core is a pattern of a vibrating energy. So Max Planck said this the best. All matter originates and exists only by virtue of a force. We must assume behind this force the existence of a conscious and intelligent mind. And in my training, I was taught that uh, consciousness, mind, has its own frequency, energy, and it's kind of like it responds to you by what you're putting out. So when we talk about money being an energy, like all energy, it operates according to the laws. So the first law is energy flows to where attention goes. Law of attraction talks about this all the time. What are you focused on? Oh, I'm focused on how wonderful my life is and how many opportunities there are, and everything's peaches and cream. Or are you over here? Oh my God, it's another Monday and I got to drag myself to work and I just hate my life and I'm doing the same thing over and over again. I never have any money and life is hard and I'm struggling. And did you know so and so did something to me today? And I just want to tell you how bad it really is. Okay? So, so your brain filters out the information that's relevant to your conscious. So you're like tuned in. Are you tuned in to the happiness and the abundance? And your brain is finding more evidence of that. Or are you tuned in on the lack and the scarcity, the victim mode, whatever? Anyhow, so your brain is filtering out any, so if you're here in lack and struggle, your brain is filtering out over here because that's not where your focus is. If you're here in wealth and prosperity, your brain is getting creative, it's directive, it's bringing opportunities to you. So the key to remember here is your attention is not passive. It is creative, and you're always creating your life by where you are directing your attention. So, what are you focusing on? Okay, so law number 2 is energy responds to emotion. And so your thoughts, when you think something, it sends out a vibration and your energy, your emotions kick in. So a lot of people think, oh, if I just keep thinking, 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 but what they're doing is they're pushing some emotion underneath it. So we're thinking, oh, life is hard. So what's the emotion that's under it? Oh, struggle. So what do you want? Happiness. So how are you going to shift it, right? So underlining the thought is an emotion, and that emotion is the frequency that is being broadcasted out. And your vibration, the broadcast, it's always coming from your emotional body, your energetic field, your nervous system. So Joe Dispenza is really good when he says, when your heart and brain are in alignment, the electromagnetic field expands dramatically and it interacts with the environment, and that influences your outcome. So, what you're thinking and feeling, you can change. You can change your reality, you can change your physical state, you can change what you're broadcasting. It's all based on you. You're the one thing that's always in your life. People out here in the outer world are a projection of what's going on inside. Okay, so the third, I have three fingers, is energy that is not in motion is stagnant. And if you think about nature, like a river, a stream, it's always flowing. The ocean always has curves. The wind is blowing. A tree just doesn't stand there, it moves in the wind. So, movement is nature's natural state, and money follows this. But we like to hoard it, to hide it, put in our bank account because we're afraid we're going to lose it. And so when we stop multiplying our money, investing it, it gets stagnant. And the money that is circulated, we invest it, we tithe, we spend it with intentions, we um, let go with gratitude, knowing more is coming back to us, it flows, it multiplies, and it returns to us. But if we're holding on to it, it's like a dam holding up the water. We've blocked our good. Okay, so now we're done with basics. Let's talk about your relationship with money. So, a lot of times people have a relationship with money based on three things, and sometimes it's unconscious. Okay. So, first is fearful. People, when they're around money, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm afraid. They hang on to it because they're afraid it's going to go away. They're making decisions from scarcity, and they're forgetting that it's a living presence, and it's, you know, it wants to come in out of love, but they're hanging on out of desperation. And so the next one is appreciation. So we want to show genuine appreciation for what we do have. And this isn't about, oh, he got that and I'm feeling resentment. This is about trusting and feeling this joy for the person that they have received that good. Because when we can celebrate somebody's good, it tells our brain, oh, that can happen to us. And it expands our flow. And our brain starts going, oh, that's what a healthy relationship looks like. It looks like appreciation, gratitude, trust, respect. And then what happens? Well, you get more coming in because you're honoring the relationship with money and you're not suffocating it and hanging on to it. You have trust and faith that money's supporting you, it's helping you, it's flowing to you, and you're building a relationship out of trust and respect instead of scarcity, lack, and worry. Okay, so how do we tend to our relationship? Like a regular relationship, we have to always pay attention to it. You just can't like get married and go, okay, that's it, I'm done with the relationship. No, you got to keep that friendship going. And that's the same with money. You got to keep the friendship going. So money wants to be appreciated, welcomed. It doesn't want to be taken for granted. So when somebody offers you coffee in the morning or you have I'll say the word right, subscription you're renewing, or you find $20 in your pocket, well, it's about acknowledging that and saying thank you. Because gratitude isn't just a practice, it's this feel good practice that says to the universe, I see you. You're there. You're supporting me. I appreciate that. And then, like any relationship, you want to have money stick to you, not wander off. And so, how we do this is we come from the place of purpose, keeping it alive, not from the place of control and fear, but um, a place where you know what you're doing and why you're doing it. So, money loves a purpose. Let's say I have this um, little pile of money right here, and I want to put it in this pile in the bank because this is my vacation fund. And then I'll say, oh, I want to take this much right here and I want to save this for my investments. And then you want to take this much right here and say, oh, this is what I need to pay my bills. And then you want to take this much here and go, oh, this is what I want to support my kids with. And all of a sudden, you got these three little buckets or containers, and your money has a purpose. So now when you circulate it, you're sending it out in trust. So this pile right here is going to pay your bills. So you go, oh, thank you, money. I'm so grateful you're here because I get to spin you with joy, and I'm sending out the energy that I have trust that you're going to flow back to me because I know more is coming. And you're living with the confidence that the universe is abundant and every signal you're sending out is love, joy, and happiness instead of just locking it up and hoarding it, right? So we want to spend it with love, spend it with joy, and we always want to come from that place of gratitude. Now, like everything in life, we have these ups and downs, right? This flow, the peaks and valleys. It's natural in life. Money flows in, and then sometimes it doesn't flow in as much. But when we have those peaks and valleys, you want to keep your faith and go, oh, it's just kind of curious. We're having a fluctuation. Okay, but I have trust and faith because the data has shown me in all my experiences that money returns to me multiplied. And I know I'm supplied and supported. And so, what you're doing is you're not going down into the valley of despair, going, oh my God, everything's a wreck this week. No, you're holding your faith, you're stabilizing the fluctuation, you're curious, you're not reacting with fear. You're not projecting lack and limitation and scarcity, right? So you go up and down, because life is not a straight line. There's some months you make more money than other months, right? Or you spend more money one month than another month because your 6 month bills come in, car insurance or whatever. So we like, oh, yay, I have money to pay the car insurance this month, and I am so grateful I am supplied for. And so what we're doing is we're holding our emotions at a higher peak, and we're not going down into that valley of despair, and we're having faith. And the reason why we do this is because we're training ourselves to keep our frequency higher longer. Instead of going down, we're staying up. And it's all about practice. So this week, your practice with money is holding the higher frequency. So when you feel it drop, and it will, and it's an old story, you go, oh, that's the old story. I don't want to be in that old story anymore. The new story is money loves me. Money loves to come into my life. I am grateful for all I have, and I'm grateful for what's coming in. I'm keeping my energy higher. So this week, practice when you spend money, better yet, go to the bank and get some cash out, because now you're really paying attention when you're spending it instead of using your card. You touch the money, you hand it over, you'll feel an energetic pull, or you'll feel an energetic gratitude, right? Pay attention when you spend your cash. What are you feeling? The old anxiety creeps in. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Money's there to support me. I'm grateful I have money to buy this cup of coffee or whatever you're buying. So have fun this week, and remember, it's all a game we're playing with money ourselves. And the idea is to keep your vibration up, kind of like a person with a guitar. I didn't know this until I dated somebody who played a guitar, but a guitar doesn't stay tuned forever. Who knew? I don't play the guitar. So that's why the musician is always tuning the guitar. It goes out of tune. Well, the same is true with your frequency. Daily, you'll have dips. So pay attention to the dips and notice when it dips, bring your energy back up. You could do it through a song. You could do it. Music is actually really good. Get into a song. Meditation, exercise, journaling, whatever it is that you can do to bring your energy back up. Oh, love and gratitude. Think of somebody you love, and all of a sudden you get happy. Okay, have fun, and I'll see you in the community.